Hey guys and gals, welcome to this first piece of content from a new movie and TV review show, Nack Goes to the Movies. I'm Nick, as you might have probably guessed. Let's just jump right in. The biggest question going into Marvel's Phase 3 movies right now is who will be the next Spider-Man. With 5 Spider-Man movies and 2 Spider-Men in the past 12 years, the series is going to be brought into the ever-growing Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's crucial that they pick the right Spidey, because he's not just going to be in 1, 2, or 3 Spider-Man movies. He's also going to be a supporting member of other Marvel movies. His first role is going to be in Captain America Civil War, coming out in 2016. Now, over the weekend, the studio was screen testing 6 actors, and I'm going to break down and review who I think should be the next Spider-Man. Now, in recent news, it was released that both Judah Lewis and Charlie Plummer, initially in the group of 6 finalists for the role, are both no longer under consideration. While I agree that Judah Lewis was not right for the part based on his minimal big-name acting experience and generally looking very young, he's only acted in 2 things so far, including 1 episode of CSI Cyber and 1 TV movie, Deliverance Creek. So I'm not really surprised that he didn't get the nod. I definitely saw Charlie Plummer as a strong candidate, initially having him in my top 3. He was in a few episodes of Boardwalk Empire and was recently a top billed cast member of the show Granite Flats. And while he definitely looked the part, I'm sure it was in question if he needed a little more top billed experience. So those 2 guys are out, and let's move on to the top 4 guys who are still in the running to take on the red and blue spandex mantle. At number 4, it's tough to put Matthew Lynch here, since he has quite the resume, especially in the heavier and darker productions, including Sleepy Hollow, NBC's Revolution, which is where I first saw him, and The Crazies. He's also in a new movie coming out in 2015 called Pixels. For me, the biggest thing Lynch had against him was his age. He looks and is very young. Not sure what age range they're going to cast Spider-Man in for his 3rd live-action cinema portrayal, but unless he's in middle school, I just can't see it. At number 3, I'm sure this is going to be a controversial pick since early rumors from multiple sources had him as a favorite. He recently was in Ender's Game and Hugo. I saw both those. I was a big fan of Hugo. So I can appreciate Asa Butterfield's acting abilities. Similar to previous actors on this list, though, the biggest thing I have against him is he looks young. And I'm sure studios will look at this guy and say he's a safe choice. I just, as a fan, can't see myself believing that is Spider-Man. At number 2, I have Tom Holland, and he's a really strong emotional performance that you might have seen in The Impossible, acting alongside Ewan McGregor. It was a very mature performance for such a young actor, so he clearly has that acting range. He's also acted with both Chris Hemsworth and Cillian Murphy in the upcoming film The Heart of the Sea, which will be coming out in late 2015. So, those guys are both superhero movie veterans. Maybe he's getting some tips from the guys on anything to bring to this fantastical world of superheroes. He's definitely an actor on the rise who looks the part, and I think who would be a solid choice to play Peter Parker. But since he's number 2, he's not my number 1 choice. And at number 1, I have Charlie Rowe. I've seen him in both his BBC portrayal of Robin Hood as a young Robin and also in the miniseries Neverland, and I really enjoyed his work. While Asa is the favorite, according to news sources, I see Rowe as a dark horse choice. He's been around successful productions such as Pirate Radio, Never Let Me Go, and the TV show Red Band Society. And actually, Never Let Me Go, guess who's in that? Andrew Garfield, who was the most recent Spider-Man. So maybe there's a little connection there, some sort of web connection. Who knows? But he's really built up quite a fine resume, and he may not be a household name yet, but I think he'll be able to grow with this character since it is for multiple movies. There has to be some progression for the character, not just in a movie, but on a stretch, quite a stretch of time. And it also helps that he really looks the part. Now, his acting leads me to believe that he can balance the complex nature of Spider-Man, of having this really, jokey personality, kind of not taking things too seriously, but also being able to keep it somber and serious for those classic superhero moments. Well, that's all the time I have today. And for the first feature-length episode that'll be coming up later this month, I'm going to be tackling the Jurassic series in anticipation for the newest entry, Jurassic World. If you have any comments or suggestions, try to keep them classy. You can hit me up on Twitter at @nicknack_IC, or you can send me an email at nicknackgoestothemovies@gmail.com. Thanks for watching, everyone, and see you next time.